Denver 7.
Thanks, Lance. And right now, prosecutors and defense attorneys are discussing what's next for the first officer to go to trial for the death of Freddie Gray. You probably remember this video. Attorneys met with a judge behind closed doors today, but cannot comment because of a gag order. The judge declared a mistrial yesterday after the jury deadlocked on all the charges against Officer William Porter. He is the first of 6 officers to stand trial for manslaughter charges. Gray suffered a spinal injury while in police custody in April. Protests outside the courthouse got a little out of hand after the mistrial was declared, but overall they were peaceful. And if you were with us yesterday, you saw the Now's Todd Walker caught up in the initial commotion that followed outside the courtroom. Well, Todd is back live on the Now with us, and it's a much different situation there right now, Todd.
Yeah, absolutely, Eric. Today there are no protesters. There's no increased police presence. Just a lot of people asking, what's next?
Good morning.
When we first met Arthur Johnson,
Thank you.
he was the only protester at the courthouse.
Been here every day.
It didn't matter, rain or shine, he was committed.
The day it rained, nobody. My sign got all messed up and everything. But it's all about commitment. It only takes one to be committed. Good morning.
That was before a hung jury, before the whole trial was thrown into question.
Remember the China thing where that guy walked up to the tank? He was by himself, wasn't he?
Today, it rained again, and Arthur Johnson wasn't there.
The jury has just declared a mistrial, which means justice has not been served. Freddie Gray!
Neither were the protesters who spilled into the street 24 hours ago or the law enforcement who briefly clashed with those protesters. Both sides committed to their causes.
This is my city. Y'all might go home at the end of the day. I live here.
All that's left on these rain-soaked streets are questions of what's next.
I do expect that the prosecution will give serious consideration to a second trial. A lot depends on how the jury broke down and what was the division of disagreement there.
They need Porter to reveal to the jury that I did tell these other officers that Freddie Gray asked for medical care.
Those questions have put a damper on the spirits of those who are calling for justice. That and the rain. The prosecutors could choose to not retry Porter and instead offer him a plea deal in exchange for him testifying against those other officers who were accused in this case. We're live in Baltimore. I'm Todd Walker for the Now, Denver.
And Todd, you did such a great job yesterday with all the chaos and commotion behind you, and you saw at least one person that was arrested yesterday. Any updates on that?
We saw the one person on live TV get arrested. Then we also had a second person who was arrested shortly after the mistrial was announced. Both of them were charged with disorderly conduct and also failing to obey an order from law enforcement. And then one of them was charged with using a bullhorn outside of the courthouse, which falls under public nuisance laws.
Glad you're okay and glad everything was pretty much peaceful out there. All right, Todd Walker, thanks a lot. The suspected